Hello, everybody. So, there we go. Mike, you there?
I'm there.
Mike?
You're frozen, Matt.
All right. Well, welcome into the Casual Sports Podcast. I'm frozen.
No, you're good now. I guess Matt was.
There we go.
You hear me?
Yep, I hear you. You hear me?
All right, we're good.
All right. Welcome into the Casual Sports Podcast, everybody. Monday edition. So, I got a bunch of tabs up here, but currently my internet is not working. So, Mike, we're just going to have to go off.
What do you got?
What you got? So, I mean, we're going to be talking Lakers Cavs to start off. So, and then we're going to talk about the Heat.
Sounds good. We'll talk Cavs. I'm always down to talk Cavs.
Oh, yeah. Well, so, let's leave March Madness for like near the end. We'll fill in with all that because that's all we've been talking about for this whole past week. So, let's give that a little bit of a break. Let's actually talk about NASCAR. I watched a great deal of that race when I came home yesterday, and yeah, it was a pretty good race. William Byron came out with the win, so hats off to him. Ryan Blaney was in third on the final lap, and he kind of hit the wall and finished like 18th. So Ford's did not do too well at Atlanta, but overall it was a good race. But hopefully we'll see more come from NASCAR or from the Fords, especially Ryan Blaney, because he has showed a lot of potential. And it just has to be frustrating time after time because he hasn't been winning. He's there at the end every time, and he can't get a win. So
I mean, it's frustrating in any sport. You're that close.
Yeah.
Can't get over the hump.
He's been close a couple of times. So,
I mean, did it go how you expected it to go? Because I know Alec was texting, and I mean, I did not watch. I was watching March Madness all day, but did it go as you expected it to go, or
I mean, he was in third for the past 4 laps, and then he never made a move. And I'm like, why aren't you moving? Like, everybody else is coming up behind you, and you're staying right there, letting people pass you, or slow down behind you again. You're not controlling anything. And I'm like, you got to get going now. And, he ended up trying to hit, pass him on the outside, and he hit the wall and just dropped. So it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So is this internet. Oh, man.
I'll pull some stuff up.
Here we go. I got it.
The struggles of Matt, living out in the country.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Oh, oh man. Oh, here we go. Okay, they're coming through now.
We're talking Cavs Lakers, right? I got stuff pulled up.
Yeah, I got some stuff pulled up too. But yeah, more with the NASCAR though. I mean, it's been getting interesting every week. I've been coming home and just watching it. So I've been getting into it more and more, and I know Alec has as well. But yeah, I needed to get a break from the March Madness and watch NASCAR. The Cavs are on tonight. March Madness doesn't start till Thursday again. Yep. So, I mean, we got some time. We want to talk about it later. But, yeah, what's going into this? LeBron James, I was looking at trying to get tickets for this game, but I didn't get any email yet from that student pass or student discount. So it looks like I'm not going. We'd have to be going right now, probably.
Also behind on some schoolwork, too.
Yeah, I'm behind on some schoolwork. I need to get some stuff done.
Yeah, so not a good night to go.
No, not at all. It's a good night just to watch it on TV, though. But, yeah, LeBron James coming back to Cleveland. So we'll see how that goes. Lakers have not been doing too well. Cavs are starting to rebound a little bit. Had the big win the other night against Detroit. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it's Detroit, they stink. But they've beaten the Cavs all year long. Yeah, so we needed that win very badly. Markkanen came in clutch again. Look for him to be a guy to hit some huge shots. Come playoff time. He can hit some shots.
going back to, I mean, even before the Detroit game, starting that, it went back-to-back games at home too. And the first one was against Denver, and that was an awesome game.
The Denver win was,
if you guys missed it, it was awesome. And, coming back, I forget how much they were down, but they were down a good amount going into the second half. And Markkanen, like you said, he was clutching that game too, hitting the three to, I don't know if it was in regulation to put it in overtime or if it was in overtime to put it away. But either way, he had a big three down the stretch, and they're continuing to get good defense out of Isaac Okoro, which I love, and he does enough.
And he's starting to hit some shots too.
He had a big one against Detroit.
Yeah, he had a big.
So that was nice to see him. Because that's the one thing I was, he occasionally hits a couple of threes. I wanted to see him hit some in down the stretch in the clutch, and he did that against Detroit, so that was good.
Yeah,
and good bounce back to back to win both those at home. So it's pretty good. Now and going to this one, you got a Lakers team coming in that you can't overlook them. I mean, they still have LeBron James, they still have other guys, but
Russell Westbrook,
definitely a game you should win. With Westbrook, your favorite win this game by 5. So you're at home. These are the type of games you need to win coming down the stretch because they're still fighting for their playoff positioning.
Yeah, they are. And how many games do we have left in the season? Not too many. Like
10.
12? 10, 12 games, something like that. It's getting down to the wire. And all these seasons, NHL too. So, I mean, it's time to –
It's been quick, man.
Yeah, it has. But it's time to, be like, hey, if we don't start winning, we're not going to get in. They were like that close to being knocked out, like into the play-in. And I don't want them to be in the play-in. I want them to be in the playoffs. Yeah. Toronto was like right there, and we got Toronto coming up as well. So it's gonna be
good games. Like I said, this is a game you should win at home, and you got 2 days rest, and you go to Toronto to play Toronto. I mean, it's another big game because so far we have the tiebreaker with them, and if we get that, it's pretty much over. So unless they catch us win-wise, but we have the tiebreaker if it comes down to it. So I mean, this game.
I don't even think it matters. Did we play them twice already?
We put them through, twice, I think. Maybe 3.
So, okay, I have to look.
But I mean, if you look at the Cavs schedule coming up, they got Toronto, they got Chicago after that, then you got Orlando, then you got a Dallas team. So these are some tough games. We've been talking about the last couple of weeks with them having tough games because of the way they've been playing too. But they're starting to heat up now. But there's still big games coming up. Because you got Toronto, like I said, you win that game, you got the tiebreaker with them. Unless only way they finish ahead of you is if they catch you in the wins. And then you got Chicago after that. Chicago's your division team, and then Dallas coming in. Dallas turned things around.
Chicago's been on a slump. They have been losing. We're about to jump them.
Yeah, and then you got Philly coming in 2 weeks on a Sunday, and then you got the Bucks closing things out. So, these are games that Matt. Obviously, we need them to win some of these games, obviously, but these are games that you're gonna have to get. These are the type of teams you're going to be playing once you get into the playoffs. So it's good to get, practicing familiar with these guys now in the way they play. So you're not thrown off when you play them in the playoffs.
Yeah, and, we're starting to bounce back a little bit from the injuries. When we go full strength, we'll be a pretty dangerous team. And, we're hanging on right now. So, I mean, we just got to stick with it until we can get Jared Allen back. And, they even said maybe a Sexton later down the road, but you never really know about those things. But we got to be healthy. I don't know who's out tonight. Let's look.
I think just the usual. Dean Wade's out. Rondo's still out. I wonder why he's still out too. He's been out for a long time.
I know.
Jared Allen's out, and then still Sexton.
Okay. So we're pretty much full strength.
But I mean, I like the way Brandon Goodwin's been playing, but when you get Rondo back, that makes the team even deeper.
Yeah, I know. Brandon Goodwin's a very, very tough player. I mean, he's had some blocks too. Like, where'd he come from? Against guys way taller than he is too. So it's exciting to watch him play. Not a lot of people know where he came from either. Like, he just came out of nowhere. I think Bickerstaff was his coach on another team.
He was in Memphis with him, I think.
Brandon.
I think when they brought him over when they first brought him on like a 10-day, they were saying like he knew his play style because they were together in Memphis, I think. That's the only other place I think Bickerstaff coached at.
I think he was in Atlanta for a little bit as well.
Possibly.
Yeah, he was in Atlanta for a little bit. Maybe? Yeah, he was. He was in Memphis too. He played for the Memphis Hustle, and I think Bickerstaff was involved with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he was Grizzlies before. But yeah, I mean, he's a heck of a player. He's also playing for the Charge too right now. I think he's bouncing back and forth,
Yeah.
honestly. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
But I mean,
And
go ahead.
we got players on that team that we could bring back up too if we really need it. I mean, we have Taco Fall sitting on the Charge. Like we released him, but he's still there with the Cleveland Charge. So we can easily bring him up.
Yeah.
We can sign him. So I mean, you wouldn't have to go too far. But
the thing I like about them, the way they're starting to get some of that confidence back, because you see against a team that's when they're playing Denver at home on Friday, and even in the Detroit game, same way. I don't like how they're getting down so early or getting down like going in halftime by big amounts, but they're coming back, Matt. And that's what they were doing before they kind of hit this struggle with the last couple of weeks. But especially at home too, when they're getting energized, and Kevin Love's down in the important stretches of the game when he's hitting threes.
Yeah.
It's pretty dangerous and fun to watch, and that's what you want to see because he's one of their guys. Obviously Darius Garland's their guy, but Kevin Love's one of the closers coming down the stretch.
Yeah, it is. Kevin Love and Markkanen, they can hit shots. So
he comes in to start the fourth quarter, hits a couple threes, comes out with like 5 minutes left, and they close it out. That's what they are.
That's what it's been happening. They come in and hit some shots, and that's it. They wrap it up.
Yeah.
Even that last game, I mean, they hit a couple big shots at the end, and you just kind of knew with a minute left, oh yeah, they got it. It's not gonna be a nail biter. It's a nail biter in 4 minutes ago, but that's when they hit those shots.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see what they can do. But I mean, the Lakers, they're all about done. They're all about washed. I mean, yeah, Russell Westbrook came in and hit a couple big shots against Toronto, which was good. It helped us, but I don't know. I know Alec likes him because he likes LeBron James, but I mean I don't see anything from them. If they get in, I don't even think they'll get in. They're in the play-in, and I mean, their teams all around them are tanking. Portland is tanking on purpose, and
San Antonio's hanging around.
Yeah, San Antonio's hanging around. They I don't know about that. Some of those calls last night, though, in that San Antonio game.
I did see that. That was kind of questionable.
Listen, right now, at this moment, my meathead of the week, and this is not until Friday, is the referees. I mean, there's been some calls. How about
things could change by then, though?
How about the dude from Illinois dunking the ball, and they said they called him on the technical for hanging on the rim?
You know what? You could probably just give it to. Actually, no, I'm not going to say it now because it's Monday. But
okay,
I was going to say you could just do refs in general because that was kind of a bad weekend.
Yeah, we could. You could. I mean, there was that one. There was the couple in the NBA as well. So we'll have to see. We might give it to. I don't know, the Pacers fans are heckling on Nurkic from the Blazers.
That was funny. You see he picked up his phone and chucked it.
Yeah.
That was funny.
He just stared that dude down. I'm like, dude, don't mess with him. He'll kill you. He's a big dude. You don't mess with him.
I know.
You don't call him names of whatever they were doing. Don't make him
Something
mad.
was happening. He got ticked.
He got ticked. It was funny. They're tanking too, though.
Oh yeah, but I mean, the bottom of the West standings. I mean, yeah, Portland's pretty much out of it. But
yeah,
I mean, New Orleans took over the 9th spot. Now the Lakers are down to 10th because they got the tiebreaker with the Lakers.
Yeah, and now Zion isn't expected to play at all this season.
That's tough. I know. We talk about him on the show, but you don't want to see anybody be out that long.
No, you don't. But let's go ahead. Let's move on here. 15 minutes into the show. Let's move on to the next game. Oh, obviously we're picking the Cavs, but. You want to go ahead and write it down?
You're picking the Lakers. Come on now.
I ain't picking the Lakers. What Lakers? They're in Los Angeles. Move back to Minnesota.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. But then the Timberwolves will come to the Lakers.
LA Timberwolves? That sounds stupid.
The LA Timberwolves. What the heck are we talking about? All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next NBA game. So listen to this. I've picked this game because in the past month I saw the Sixers and you saw the Heat. Now they're playing each other. So
just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, both of the teams we saw are now playing each other. So I think that's pretty cool.
So you're being biasy here, making our picks?
I mean, it's in Wells Fargo.
They're on a slide a little bit the last couple of games.
The Sixers are on. Yeah, they are. They are. They lost to. I mean, they lost to Toronto, but they did win 2 in a row before that, including
But they were
the
up
win
16
against
in that game.
Cleveland. Yeah,
Against
Toronto. Oh,
yeah.
geez. Okay. Miami has been on a strong run, but we'll see what happens. I don't think any of these teams are a match for Phoenix. I mean, Miami lost to Phoenix 111-90. I mean, they beat.
But the thing is, we always talk about in the playoffs, though, like defense tightens up. Miami has one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah, they do. They do. I like Miami too. So
right now they got it. I mean, they just got Oladipo back. He came back the game I was at, and he's been back a couple games, and now he's going to be out for another couple days.
Who did you see them against?
Houston.
Houston, and they beat Houston. I know a couple of our friends went and saw them play the Suns.
Yeah, that was like 2 nights later, but I was just trying to go to the cheapest one. I just wanted to say I was there because the Phoenix ones were expensive. But
yeah,
and then they played the Cavs that Friday. We left that Friday morning.
Yeah, I know.
So
that would be. I would like to see like one of my teams in a opposing stadium.
I would too.
I'd like to see that. Like
maybe like the Pens. When I was in Tampa in the summer, I saw the Rays. They played the Indians.
Oh, okay.
Indians at the time, but
yeah, the Guardians.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched. I know Alec will probably be talking baseball tomorrow. And there's a lot of free agent signings. Obviously.
We talk about that. We're going to talk about it tomorrow probably because we're going to start previewing the divisions.
Yeah, so I won't be on the show tomorrow. I got to go do camera for the softball game, YSU softball team, right? And you know what? We can talk about them too. We can jump into that. But let's pick this here, Mike. Who you going here? Heat or Sixers?
Hold on, let me check something here let me see how many injuries there are.
All right.
Jimmy Butler's game time decision for Miami. They just got Oladipo back, but like I said, he's gonna be out for a couple games.
Gabe Vincent
and Caleb Martin are out. So, he might play. They said.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, he's out for a couple days. So, for that reason, I like Miami's defense, but like Philly's, even with James Harden in and Embiid out, they still are good if drawing fouls. And that's aggravated me against the Cavs because they were at the free throw line every second of the game. But I think Miami's defense is going to come through. I think they're going to find ways to defend him without getting too many fouls and getting foul trouble on James Harden and some of the other guys. So, and Tyler Hero coming off the bench, dropping like 20 a game. So I'm going to go Miami.
Yeah, I'm going to go Miami as well here. But let's go ahead. Anything else you want to add? I mean, we got time.
Not on that one.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's talk about YSU softball. Then we'll go to hockey. All right.
Yeah, how they
softball team, they're doing all right. 1 second. I'm on the wrong schedule.
Nice, Matt. Way to be prepared.
It was last year's schedule. I don't know why they have that up. Here it is. Here we go. What's it doing now?
You got it?
No, I don't got it. I can get it though.
I hope so.
I got it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. So they're currently 14 and.
I could have just pulled it up for you.
I got it here. They're currently 14 and 11. I think they got their home stand starting soon. Let's see here. Let's see. So, they got one more game against USC today after they lost yesterday, but they beat them 8-0 in that first game. And they took 1 of 2 from Akron. So that's pretty cool too. I mean, they get some good games. And tomorrow they're at home against St. Bonaventure. So the Bonnies are coming to YSU. So that's why I want to sign up for that game. I think they're still in the NIT, aren't they? They're still playing in the NIT. I've been keeping up on that just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching that. I forgot about it.
Yeah, but I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, they have most of their starters back. Ellie Buffenbarger's in there. She's a heck of a pitcher. I think she's over 600 strikeouts now. So, I mean, she's unbelievable. I had the opportunity to call them a little bit last year. I haven't got the call back, though, so I don't know. I mean, the first game is tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll find something out tomorrow when I'm there. But either way, they're, I mean, a pretty good team. I might actually go out and watch some of these games. I mean, I've talked to some of the players on their team, so they're pretty good, decent season. I know we talked about the baseball team, but I'd like to talk more about the softball team.
Right.
You know, I like softball too. I think softball might be a little harder than baseball, especially for the infield at least, because it's not 90 feet. They're
Closer in,
running.
ball's bigger.
Yeah, I mean it's not 90 feet they're running now; it's 60 feet. So they have to get that ball out of their hands like that quick because those girls are coming down that line pretty quick. And I've seen some of the fastest people ever play softball. I'm like, man, how did she beat that? If it was 90 feet, it'd be a routine ground ball, like out 1, out 2, or out 3. And this, it's like if the ball's on the ground, you're like, oh no, you can't take your time. You gotta get there and get it.
Yeah.
I've seen some of their practice drills where they would just get the ball out of their hands as like playing hot potato. And the one girl would just like, it wouldn't even be a half a second. She just like, it'd be blink and it's an out. So the softball infielders have like,
it's tough. You got to react quick.
Yeah. So, but it's YSU's infield is probably one of the best I've seen last year at least. So hopefully we can see that again. I mean, 14 and 11, not too bad. They're going to start playing at home more in their, more into like their league games. Like they'll be playing Oakland and Cleveland State and stuff like that. So they're trying to replicate that last year. I think they're like 35-15 or something. They had a heck of a season last year. I think they won their division actually, but well, we'll see what happens. But I mean, I might go to a couple games here and there.
I mean, they started out slow, but they've ripped off
they've won a bunch in a row.
6 in a row, and they lost a couple. So they've been kind of streaky. They won like 6, lose 2 or 3, win a couple more. So now they're coming home, and is this?
I've got their first home game tomorrow. So
they've been home though. So this isn't their home opener, is it?
I don't know. Is it?
It says versus, so they probably were home already.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean,
so they swept Detroit Mercy. That was their first homestand. So this is like their second homestand, maybe. Oh, there it is.
Yesterday, yeah.
It says versus, but if you look down, it'll be like at Clinton, South Carolina, or something like that. So
yeah. Well, either way, they're starting things off tomorrow.
This is their second. This is like their second homestand. Like so. It should be good. I mean. They get some sets coming up. I mean, you got to play. I mean, after UIC, who's, still a tough team, you got the Bonnies, and then you got Oakland. So, Oakland's always a tough team to play. But it should be pretty exciting. I like watching softball. So
coming home against teams like that, it's exciting.
Yeah.
And that's a cool place to go watch softball, too, if nobody's ever watched it there.
Oh, yeah.
They got a cool stadium.
Yeah, I like it there. It's the wind hits just right there. It's right off the football stadium. And you get that huge breeze that hits off the football stadium, and this comes right down into the softball field. I like it. It's a nice breeze. It's not too hot there, so. But it can be in the broadcast room though. Man, we have to open windows and stuff. But,
especially when it's hot out. Yeah,
it's really cramped in there too.
Yeah,
but I mean. That's all I got there for softball. So let's get out of softball here and let's jump back into the NHL here. We're talking the Edmonton Oilers are taking on the Colorado Avalanche, and the Oilers, man, what a heck of a team they are. I like this Oilers team. I don't really give too much about Colorado, but I mean the Oilers, they have won. Let's see, they've won 5 in a row. So
they're young too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Connor McDavid, man. There's just something about that dude that he's a fast dude. I don't know if you
fastest guy in hockey, probably.
Probably. He's won that fastest competition. Let's see. Let's look. We got time.
I mean, the way he skates around too. I mean, I think even
like
Gensel's one of the faster ones too.
He doesn't skate like he glides.
Yeah.
He glides. For
he's up. I mean, I think Gensel's up there with him too. He was one of
the Jake Gensel can fly too. I've seen him, man. He can go fastest.
What do they have that in skills competition or something?
They do.
I forgot about that.
So here we go. McDavid actually did get upset this past year.
But either way, he's considered one of the.
I mean, he did
quickest,
it
fastest, whatever you want to call it.
He did it consistently. So let's see. The dude from the Blues beat them. Let's go miles per hour. Miles per hour.
Yeah, I mean, can't win it every year.
No, he's won it a bunch of times already.
But yeah, I mean, either way, we've been saying this for how long. He's like the face of the league up and coming when guys like Crosby and all them retire.
Yeah.
And these guys around him, they're a young team. And 35 and 23, where are they at in the standings? Let me look here. They are. Where the heck are they?
There's some fast dudes though in hockey. That David Larkin, he's fast too.
Yeah.
From Detroit.
Yeah.
Fast. You get some fast dudes.
Yeah, so they're third in their division in the Pacific. And that's another division we were talking about. It was tough.
And they're coming up too. I mean, they've been winning. I mean, I said they won 5 in a row. Colorado has won 3 in a row. But I mean, Edmonton's coming. They are coming. And what just happened? There has been. They got what's his name? That Evander Kane is also a huge player along with Connor McDavid. So he's a heck of a player as well. Number 91. I mean, he's sweet. He secured the win the other night.
Yeah.
But there's been some big trades too. So we could see them add somebody else. I know Marc-Andre Fleury just got traded today from Chicago. He's going to the Minnesota Wild, so that'll be good for Minnesota. We can get a veteran goaltender. I know he's not the same, but it's still Marc-Andre.
You're adding a veteran.
Yeah, so that'll be good for them. What else has happened? Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw this or not, but the Flyers, traded their all-time captain Claude Giroux away.
By the way, why are these trades happening so late? They don't have a deadline.
I don't know. Why are
I thought they had a deadline.
I thought so too, but I don't know. But we'll talk more about this in a second. But let's go ahead and pick this game. I'm going Edmonton here. I like what I've seen from them. They're a sleeper pick to win this, to at least get to the Stanley Cup. I think that'd be sweet to see, like Edmonton, Pittsburgh. That'd be a sweet NHL. That'd be a sweet Stanley Cup final.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens.
They got to get back going too. So
they got to get going. Yeah, they won 2 in a row, so they've been doing all right. I like what I've seen from them. Let's look. We can
defense got to get better.
Too.
That's
they just traded for a defenseman. They got
needed
another
one
defenseman. Yeah, so I forget what his name was. I sent it in the group chat, but who do you got here?
You're going to Edmonton.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Edmonton.
I'll flip into Colorado just to have some parity.
You writing these down?
Yeah, we picked 2 games so far, right?
Okay, yeah. But
I'm
Colorado.
Gonna go Colorado. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll stick with the thing that they're good in the regular season, so I'll pick them this games.
Edmonton is just 2 points away from taking second place. The Kings are sitting in there now, and the Flames are they're flaming away. I think they got that division.
Nice little pun there.
Yeah. But Colorado's got that sealed up pretty much as well. They got 93 points, and St. Louis is in second, and they have 77. So that's just insane. But that's what I'm talking about. Look at that division. So.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh is tied for second, and Carolina's lost 4 in a row. All of a sudden, just like that. You remember when Pittsburgh won like 12, 13 in a row, and they lost a bunch in a row as well. And then this is what's happening to Carolina. They are falling, and we're coming up.
Every team goes through it.
We were like down 8 points, I think, from them. Then here we come. Here we come. We're coming. We're
for them to be
3 points away.
Yeah, for Pittsburgh to be like struggling with the way they were after as hot as they were, and they're still
They're still there.
They're tied with in points wise with New York. So
yeah, they're tied with the Rangers. Yeah, but
another game or two they could be in second. And if Carolina keeps falling like that, then they could put themselves back. They're only 3 points out. You can make that up in 2 games.
They could. But that game the other night with the Coyotes, I'm like, it's tied 1-1. We're in the 3rd period. I'm like, what are we doing? This is like the worst team ever.
Yeah.
In the NHL, and we're tied with them. If we go in overtime with this team, it's pathetic. And
especially how bad we are in overtime.
Yeah, I know. Then all of a sudden, yeah, I know we've lost. I think we have like 9 or 10 overtime losses, something
Yeah,
like that. That's bad. That's one of the worst in the NHL. We're not
yeah.
good in overtime. But next thing you know, Malkin just gets in there and just muscles a puck in that net, and then Crosby comes in and gets another one. And I think Crosby had the empty netter one as well, so that pretty much did it right there. They scored like three goals in the third. So
Yeah.
that's what they got to do. And who had that first goal? I forget who it was, but we'll see what happens. Hockey is just a weird sport. One team
Oh,
could be
you
on
ain't
top
kidding.
of the world,
It's
and
just
then
like
boom, they're done.
it's just like baseball. You don't know. You can.
You
I
just
mean,
don't
you can
know.
say in any sport anybody can win, but it's a low scoring game, baseball and hockey, where somebody gets hot and somebody has a bad night. You can lose a series or lose a game. It's similar
Yeah,
that
you
way.
could. Yeah, you could. But I want to talk about this for a little bit here. I mean, I think this trade just signifies that the Flyers are just total garbage. I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean we know
Claude,
that.
yeah, they have been for a while, but I mean, Claude Giroux, I mean, he was like their longest tenured captain in Flyers history. He's been with the team since like 2006, right? I mean, he's like the Pittsburgh version of Crosby, but he's in Philly, and they trade him away. They trade him to Florida. Like what? I
Yeah,
woke
and
up
beef
and
up
I'm like,
Florida
what
too.
the
They're already
hell?
good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I mean, a guy like that can go there, but I can't believe they did that. I
It's
mean,
Philly,
I
man.
woke up, hey, it's Philly. Like, what a backstabbing team. Like, the blood and guts this dude has went through for you, and you trade him away? Like,
Well,
man, that's a real backstab. You got sucker punched in the back of the head.
well,
I mean, he saw it coming
you
too.
know,
Like,
everybody says
I
it's a
mean, he is
business,
34. He's 34 years old, but literally, the guy could retire at any moment, and you
and you have
trade him
nothing else going
anyways.
for you, so just keep them.
And yeah, right. I don't
So
get that. I don't get that at all. But
there's just teams out there, Matt, in every sport that make stupid
yeah,
trades.
yeah,
And
yeah. So
what are you gonna do? I'm a fan of one of
nothing.
them. My baseball team.
Oh yeah. The Pirates.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know. Hey, the Indians won, or the Cleveland won their spring. They were on TV the other day, and I was watching it. I
Yeah, they
came
won their
home.
first couple.
Yeah, they won. They won against the Reds actually. They got a guy named I forget his first name. His last name is Palacios. This dude is sweet,
I don't know.
and oh, he's sweet. He's kind of like a Key Brian Hayes type of dude. Honestly,
Hey,
he
watch it
can
there.
hit.
Watch it there.
Oh, you don't no. Listen, I know the part. I sent that thing in our group chat. What was it? Pirates have like the best 100 prospects or something
Well,
like
they're
that. They
tied
have
with like
6 of them.
Miami and
They have
somebody else
six. They
in
have
the top
six.
100.
Well, Cleveland has 5, so they're right there too. They got teams. That's why we don't. That's why you don't see the Pirates and the Guardians. You don't see them make huge big deal signings like the Dodgers signing Freeman or Kyle Schwarber signing with the Phillies because they have talent lined up for years to come. They have it coming up. Everybody was sad when Lindor went away. I'm like, yeah, well, we got his replacement right here. Like, it's next
Well, I
man
mean,
up all the time.
the thing
They
is
draft
though,
good.
the thing
They're
is, and this
farm
didn't
teams.
get.
They're low
I was just
budget teams. They're low budget teams, and they just draft good players. That's why low budget teams have to get good players with their farm teams. That's why the draft is very hard, very important to them as well
well.
because
That's why
they
it's
want to get
important
the
for them
best
to
guy.
also develop these guys. Number one, and number two,
Oh yeah,
make good trades because that's kind of what got Huntington, who I know he just came to Cleveland. I think 2 weeks ago. They found some place for him in the front office, Pittsburgh's old GM. But
yeah,
he made that bad trade with Chris Archer, and then their new GM Ben
oh yeah.
Cherington
That was
came
a
in the
bad.
last 2 years. He's made. I mean, we don't know how they're going to turn out yet, but he's at least on paper and looking through the minor leagues and looking through those rankings that you sent in the group chat with 6 top
Yeah,
100 prospects. I mean, again, the thing with Pittsburgh is they have to be able to keep these guys, but at least something like, hey, we're beefing up our minor league system where if we can't keep these guys, we got somebody else to replace them.
Exactly. That's the same thing with Cleveland. So
Yeah.
same thing there. I know you guys will talk more about that tomorrow, but I won't be on tomorrow's show, so I wanted to talk about it. I love baseball.
Yeah.
And I mean the Braves, even though they don't have Drew Smiley anymore, they don't have, of course, Freddie Freeman anymore. I still like Freddie. I mean, he kind of looks up. I mean, he looks sweet in that Dodger blue though. Like
It looks weird to me.
It looks weird, but like it works, I guess. I'm still kind of pissed off, but I mean,
all places Dodgers. I know he's from there, but come on.
I mean, you beat that team. That's the team that beat you 3-1. You were up 3-1 against them, and they came back and beat you. And then the next year, you beat them finally, and you go to them. That's kind of like a Kevin Durant move, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset.
Kind of.
Like, I'll still wear the jersey I got. I mean, he was on that team, and I still like the Braves too. They just signed that, or they just got Kenley Jansen, that big closer from the Dodgers. So that'll be another guy to add in there with, who's that one dude? Minter, AJ Minter.
Yeah, the guys that we talked about stepped up in the World Series in the playoffs for them.
Yeah. So, there's a couple other guys too. Who's the other dude?
It's been a while. I forget
There was the Matzik. Tyler Matzik was it?
Yeah.
That's the dude that they thought the cops arrested him at the World Series celebration.
That was your meathead that week, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the meathead. They thought he was a fan and they arrested him. He was like, dude, I'm a player. that was so funny. I was. But we talked a little baseball. We talked hockey. I mean, what will we talk next year? Oh, I guess we can go into March Madness now, right? We've got 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hot thing going on.
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess so?
I guess it is. I guess. No, I'm joking. But, I mean, there's also been stuff going on in the NFL, too. Now the Colts are there it is right here. The Colts just acquired Matt Ryan,
yeah.
Falcons. So, I mean, we've been seeing that. I don't know if Alec has that plan in the show, but if he does, I'm sure he'll find new exciting information because he's got all his stats and stuff up. So, I mean, we can talk about it and still get away with it because, I mean, obviously more stuff will come out too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I like this with the Falcons, finally, I mean, moving on from them. I think it was time for a while that Matt Ryan went to a different team. And I like this for the Colts too. But now that's the big thing there. I mean, what's going on with Baker?
That's the thing, because they were saying he wanted to go there.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know, maybe Atlanta, but they're eyeing Marcus Mariota, I heard, or somebody in the draft. So I don't know. What's he gonna do? You can't stay there and back up Watson. You just can't. You can't.
No, they're not gonna even do that.
No. I don't know. I don't know what's the look here. But there's been some other stuff going on. Of course, Vaughn Miller with the Bills, and what else happened?
I don't want to say on that one though. That's awesome pickup for the Bills, but that's a lot of money they gave them.
Yeah, I know it is, but they're trying to make a push. So, I mean, they need one more piece on that defense, and I think that's him. It should be him. I mean, just don't play prevention defense.
Yeah, I mean, they already have a good defense.
I know.
Besides when they play prevent, but
yeah,
blow playoff games.
Yeah. But, I mean, the Raiders stacked up. I mean, getting Devontae Adams and then even Chandler Jones on defense, too. So put Chandler Jones with Max Crosby. That's sweet. That whole division there is going to be sweet.
Oh.
Who are all those teams there again? You got Denver.
Chargers, Chiefs, and
Denver,
Raiders.
Chargers, Chiefs, and the Raiders. Good luck, Patrick Mahomes. You're going to have Chandler Jones and Crosby chasing after you.
Yeah.
You got that defense in Denver as well. Good luck. And I don't even want to talk about the Juju crap because he's just going to be sitting there trying to get a free ride at the Super Bowl. That's the same thing that Josh Gordon did.
That's what they all do.
Yeah. Like, they have their guys. They don't need another receiver. He's just sitting on the team probably. He probably won't even play as much.
I don't really think nobody wanted him, though. There was reports saying that he really didn't get many offers, so.
No.
Get an offer from the Chiefs.
He's not the best. He's not. He had the 1 or 2 good years behind Antonio Brown. And that was it. I'm like, dear God. But now we got to draft a receiver in the draft. I mean, that'd be sweet to get a receiver in the draft. And this draft is loaded. Whether it's the guys from Ohio State or even Dotson from Penn State. I mean, what about the dude from Georgia, Pickens? He's got some speed too. So I mean, even the dude from Pitt, Addison.
Oh, he's a stud too.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we're not going to pick Pickett, pick somebody from Pitt. Yeah, that'd be cool. But we'll see. I think we're set at quarterback. Honestly, I like Mitchell Trubisky. Everybody's downplaying him, like, "Oh no, this is horrible."
Matt, I told you on the show the other day.
We said this before. I'm like, what's wrong with him? Like, he led a crappy Bears team to the playoffs, not once but twice, and they should have won that one, but the kicker doinked it off twice. So
I told you the other day on the show, and I told you when I texted you when they got him. That's just the way Pittsburgh media is. Yeah. They could have got Tom Brady, and they still would have cried about it. Yeah. Because, they spend so much time talking about, oh, this is a good fit, this is a good fit. Jameis Winston could have been a good fit. If they would have got Jameis Winston, they would have cried about it. Even though they said they wanted him, that's just the way they are.
They would have cried. I don't know if I would have wanted Jameis Winston. I honestly wanted Trubisky or Garoppolo. I would have been fine with Garoppolo. But I mean, look what he's done. I mean, and he's still. I guess I don't know. Right now he's still with the Niners. I don't think he's going anywhere yet.
Well, yeah, I mean he's under contract.
So
they'd have to trade him.
They'd have to trade him. So, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, more will come here with the NFL and all their trades and stuff like that. Obviously, the Browns traded 3 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. Or like a second and a third, something like that, for Deshaun Watson. Like,
I'll tell you what,
that's bad.
It's pretty risky because they give up them picks and they give him $200 million guaranteed.
He's not even going to start. He'll be suspended, I bet, for some games.
That's pretty risky if you ask me.
Now, who are you going to have there while he's suspended? Like, no more.
Case Keenum, he left.
Yeah, no more Case Keenum. He's in Buffalo now. And the Bills just also re-signed Matt Barkley. So I like that.
Yeah.
But who are you going to have? Who's back there?
They signed Jacoby Brissett, but he's not,
Yeah, they signed. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did sign Jacoby Brissett.
I mean, at least he's been a starter.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, who's barking? Who is that?
I don't know.
One of them. Charlie.
Downstairs.
Charlie, settle down. I don't know. It sounds like Mo.
They both sound the same.
Yeah, they do. But Charlie doesn't bark too much, does he?
Oh, he can when there's people walking.
Okay. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see more and more from this. We're going to see more from the MLB, too. Now that the talk is over, we're going to see more. I think we've seen the big ones already, with Freddie Freeman and, Kenley Jansen, and
Chris
even
Bryant,
Kyle Schwarber. Chris Bryant and Schwarber. I like how Schwarber came in. He's like, I'm the key to the World Series. Like, I'm going to help them get to the World Series. I'm like, dude, it's not going to be you. It would be Bryce Harper. Or who's the other guy they have put for the Yankees? Didi Gregorius. He's a good player, too. So we'll have to see what happens. But let's go ahead. Let's jump into March Madness here. 15 minutes left in the show. Mike, I know. I mean, my bracket's busted.
Mine's actually not too bad.
I still got Arizona in there, but I mean, the way they looked last night, and there's another one. There's another foul. I mean, the TCU Arizona, that wasn't a foul. They didn't call it. There's another one to tack on to the referees. So I don't know. What do you think about that? Let's talk about that. TCU Arizona. Well, what about that foul?
I didn't even see it at the end. I didn't even see the end of it because I was watching the Purdue game and then I went to sleep.
I just saw the highlights. Yeah, I didn't. I fell asleep.
But so what actually happened?
So they were double teaming the dude from TCU, and the clock was just ticking and ticking. Like the game was tied. It did eventually go to overtime, but they obviously ran right into him. Like they tried to steal the ball away, and they did. And even the commentators were like, "Where's the foul? They didn't call it." And then of course Arizona dunked it, but the time expired already. So
I saw that part of it.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't have dunked it. He should have put it up in the air. Honestly, he should have took a shot instead of trying to dunk it.
Yeah.
or lay it in, even lay it up and in, because if your ball, when you dunk it, that's the worst thing to do when the seconds are ticking, because the ball, when you dunk the ball is touching your hand the most when you dunk it. So, because you got to have your like whole hand on the ball when you dunk it. So like it takes a while for the ball to go off your hands. So I don't know. I didn't really like what they did. I mean, yeah, it might have been a foul, but I mean Arizona, they shouldn't have let it got that far. Like it shouldn't have been tied. So I mean, I don't know what the refs were doing, just letting them play it out. But I mean, they should have called the foul because they were about to get upset. It might have been that a little bit. Like, oh, we don't want Arizona.
Well,
I mean, all the top seeds are
screwed.
losing. All the top seeds are losing. I mean,
which I kind of like.
Me too. You get a 10 and an 11 seed playing. Miami has to go play Iowa State now.
I picked Miami to beat Auburn. I told you guys.
Yeah. Auburn's out. Zaga's. Are you serious, man? They were so close in that game. I'm like, they'll sneak this out against Memphis, and then they're not going to. If they get past Arkansas, there's no way they're going to get past. If Texas Tech is there, good luck. Texas Tech will run them. I don't know.
You know what? I'm not saying this, but the 16 teams left. I think my one team I'm looking at the most make a run and win it all. Not biased here because you guys know I like him, is Villanova.
Yeah, they could. Because, again, I like him too.
Ohio State hung in with them, and again, Jay Wright team coaching. He's coaching his team.
Yeah,
his teams are always, they're sound. They don't turn it over that much. They're talented, obviously, and they just play the game the right way. And they're number 2 seed. I think they're playing, Tennessee.
That's gonna be a good game.
Oh, Michigan, that's right. Michigan beat Tennessee.
Because Michigan beat Tennessee.
That's gonna be another good game because Michigan's getting on a run now. So
I know. And let's talk about that for a second. I had a huge argument with my dad. Like Michigan shouldn't have gone in, but everybody's saying they got in because they're a brand name, and now they're going on a run. What do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, you could probably say that, but again, they just beat Colorado State in the first round. It's a good team we were talking about all year. And they just beat Tennessee. It's another good team. So, I mean, you could say whatever you want, but at least they're proving it right now.
They're proving everybody wrong now, including me. But, I mean, they're there. I mean, a lot of people are saying they shouldn't have been there, and that has lit a fire underneath of them. And I like what Juwan Howard has done here. There's been some controversy with him, but he's still their guy. I mean, he's still their coach. He's getting them back to where, Beeline had them, not too long ago. So that last Final Four, 2018, Beeline was there. 17.
Yeah, and they were in the championship against Villanova, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I think so. And Villanova beat them, I think.
Yeah, that was the second time Villanova won, but
yeah.
I mean,
that was the Chris Jenkins game, wasn't it?
No, that was the one 2 years before.
That was against
16.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever happened to him, man? He was a
guys
baller.
Just don't pan out.
Yeah, I guess not. But how about this St. Peter's team? We got to talk about this team, a 15 seed. Unbelievable. Now they got to play Purdue. And I'm actually shocked Purdue is still here. They're Wisconsin's out now too, right?
I'm not too shocked Purdue's where they're at because I actually had Virginia Tech beating them. Virginia Tech didn't even win in the first round.
Yeah, so I know. We just picked them to win that little part of the bracket too.
Yeah, and
they lost.
Purdue's starting to play, good
better
at the right
basketball.
time. They got a top guy with Jaden Ivey. They got size down front that I don't know if St. Peter's can deal with.
Who's that guy? Who's that one dude? I forget his name. The big guy.
Zach Edey.
Yeah, but there's another dude.
Yeah,
Edey's tall.
What's his name?
I know. I've seen him. Like his family.
That's something like St. Peter's. I mean, you can't count them out because they beat Kentucky and they beat Murray State, but I'm worried that they can't deal with that size up front with Purdue, but they're just playing basketball, dude.
They're just playing. They're just chilling and playing. I like the twins. What was their names? I don't know. I like Nadefo and obviously Doug.
Yeah.
That dude, nobody knew his name at all. None of these guys were nationally ranked at all coming out of high school. None of them. But they're all from Jersey and New York City. I mean, they're top dudes coming out here playing. Even that's what their coach said.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'm sticking with them to make this run. I mean, I like this team a lot.
I figured you would because
oh yeah, they're a Cinderella team. You gotta cheer for the Cinderella.
well, I mean,
I
agree with you, and I tend to do that
bracket.
too. But they're playing the Purdue team that I've been defending all year, so I got to keep rolling with Purdue.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going with Peacocks here. So
I know I don't know if we're picking these yet, but I'm just saying.
yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll probably be picking these. The Drami twins. The Drami twins.
Yeah, that's
They're
it.
good. They're sweet. But I don't know. I like this team. They're fun to watch. I got them. Here we go. Full player stats. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Can't think of his name. He's a big dude. I'm looking. 52 minutes.
Who are you looking at for St. Peter's?
For
Purdue.
For Purdue. What the heck is his name? He's great inside. He can hit some outside shots.
Well, they're a skilled team up front.
Shots.
That's kind of why.
Here it is. Travion Williams.
That's it. Yeah.
Sweet. He's sweet. There's Zach Edey. That dude's just tall. Like if he didn't have any, if he didn't have his height, I don't think he would have much going on for him. You know, that's why I don't know. He's a good player, but like if he wasn't that tall, what would be going on? So
yeah,
now they're going.
But you can make that argument about a lot of bigs.
I mean, look at the dude from Arkansas. Likes his last name is. He's probably the shortest player playing right now in this whole tournament, and that kid can go off.
Yeah.
That's a skill right there. Not just being told 7.9 rebounds a game. I'm like, yeah, it's easy. It's easy for him. Wolf Likes went up there and got 10 rebounds a game. Then people are like, all right, sweet, look at him. He's short and he's out here playing his heart out. That's skill right there.
Yeah.
Be that short and still be great at playing this game. And not a lot of teams like that. Not a lot of teams, they always go for the tall guys. They don't like that somebody's 6 foot, even 6 foot.
Yeah.
They want somebody that's over 6'5". So, but that's all I got there. Who else we got here?
I mean, we can talk about Duke staying alive.
Yeah, Duke is staying alive. It's looking more like they're gonna make a championship run, but there's some tough teams in there, and they got who they play next.
They play Texas Tech next, and that's tough.
They play Texas Tech. Yeah, I mean, holy cow! I mean, Texas Tech is a heck of a team. Who'd they just beat? They beat was it New Mexico State?
Texas Tech just beat Notre Dame.
They just beat Notre Dame last night. That's right.
Last night.
Notre Dame really brought it to them. I like that Notre Dame.
Well, and they did too, and they're another one, a playing team that won their first round matchup and they challenged in the second round.
Yeah,
that's what you look at when you're filling out these brackets. And that they were a team. Yeah, I had them. I actually had picked that right. I had them beating Alabama and then losing Texas Tech. So they made.
So did I.
They made some noise because they weren't a team that you expected to get there.
No, not at all. And I think Mike Bray has had some good Notre Dame teams that went far in this tournament. I think he's finally coming.
It's been a couple years, but they're getting back.
They're getting back a little bit. And I really like to see that. But it's it just takes time. That's all. Not a lot of teams are going to be the same every year. Just like Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, they were bad. They weren't even really good last year. This year, have a good team, but I mean, there it is again. Like, you know why they lost to St. Peter's? Because St. Peter's, that whole team has been with each other for 4 years, and Kentucky. Those guys. They don't spend much time with each other. That St. Petersburg is a family. So. That's what you gotta look at. Yeah, they got skilled players, but they don't play as a team. It's all about individual stuff with that Kentucky team. With Sheboy had a heck of a game, but wasn't enough because it was just him. He was the only one doing everything, and one person is not going to beat a whole team, and that's a whole team. That Peacocks team.
And you know what? The thing that sticks out to me from that Kentucky upset and just this whole tournament in general, as John Calipari saying after in his post-game interview, anybody can win in this tournament.
Yeah.
It's a one-game tournament. You got to win 6 to win the whole thing. It's single elimination. Anybody can win. You got to be prepared, and they weren't prepared. He even admitted it.
Yeah, they weren't prepared. How about that could have been the shot of the tournament where the guy, I don't know if you've seen it, the guy comes in from St. Peter's against Murray State, and he was just trying to save the ball from going out of bounds, and he whipped that ball around, and it almost went in. Like, his back was turned. He was just trying to save it.
Yeah.
And the ball nearly went in. Like, oh, that dude would have been the beast of the week right there. I might just put them – we'll give that out right now. The beast of the week is definitely just that whole team. They're a 15 seed. You just upset a 2 seed, and then what? Murray State was a 7, right?
They only lost 2 games, Murray State.
Yeah.
And they beat a 2-loss Murray State team. They're beating tough teams. They're not just like squeaking by. They're beating tough teams.
They are. They just, that whole game yesterday, I'm like, dear God. Or a couple of days ago, I was like, they're just, didn't you guys even lose. They led the whole game.
Yeah, and you guys sent that thing in the group chat where, 2013, I remember for Gulf Coast. Last year you got Oral Roberts, and this year you got Oral Roberts last year, and you got St. Peter's this year. Back-to-back years, you got a 15 seed.
Yeah.
When you only had 3 in the history making runs like that.
Yeah, so that's sweet. Hopefully they can keep going. I like this. I like watching this team. Purdue is gonna be tough. Purdue's gonna be tough. But they beat Kentucky. They beat Murray State. You can take them on too. You beat those 2 teams. Especially Kentucky, man, because
But they got to not let the confidence get to their heads. They got to. You're playing a different team.
And I don't think they are. They're just out there playing.
That's all they're doing.
They're playing basketball.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. But we're gonna we'll hear more from March Madness. We'll be talking more about that. Throughout the week. Sweet 16 officially starts Thursday. Where are they going? Where is the Sweet 16? San Francisco, I think.
There's some in San Fran, Philly, Chicago.
Okay.
I forget what the other one is.
Okay. But other than that, that's going to do it here for the Casual Sports Podcast. I'm Matt Morrison. That's Mike Wolfgang. Hey, be sure to tune in to Power Hour coming up next on YSN Live.